Hi, welcome to Lovin Sheila, the podcast shorts. And, thank you for watching. And before I get into this, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're definitely trying to get to those 1,000 subscribers. We're working really hard for that. So please help me out on that. Today, I just felt motivated to come and talk to you because during this last week, since I spoke with you last, I've heard there's been death, there's been new life in our family, there's been my loved ones, fighting for their lives, um, you know, a lot of support, and it's been a real circle of life, and just a real circle of life, and just going, giving and receiving, and it all like circling back together. And one of the things I can say is that, you know, for the most part, I think life is simple. I mean, the metrics for life, they're simple. However, it does get complicated. And oftentimes, I think we complicate things with our decisions and our choices, and it becomes a little more complex. And then we begin to, in that circle, we have to weave our way through that because now it's more complicated and it's a little more difficult and a little more challenging. And the moves we make, sometimes they come back and bite us. And so I think it's important, as we walk through life, that we obviously walk circumspectly, but also, we take a minute. In my past, I've talked about it where I've been pretty hasty in making my decisions, but I'm learning. It's important to take a minute to sit on things and to sit with things and kind of meditate on it. I was getting a message this week, and it was telling me, to sit with it because we need to get rid of the emotions that are attached to it. When I'm emotional, I go hard. I go hard in the paint. I go ham or whatever. And so I spend a lot of times trying to eliminate the emotions and trying to get to what I'm really trying to get to, what my outcome is, what the purpose of the speech that I'm going to give is, because my emotions take me all over the place. My emotions, don't lead necessarily to the results that I want, because they sometimes make more of a combative situation. And so I'm learning to be slower to speak, quicker to think, and certainly less quick to react. And so that's something I think that we should all think of. Life, I think it is simple, like I said, like the metrics of it, but what we do in the process, it is what complicates it. So I think the more time that we take to make better decisions and to evaluate our options and to understand what's going on around us, I think the less complicated life can be. We can get back to that simpler state. Um, because those moves that we make, they can cost us. I had one today. I got a message from an attorney, and and every time I get it, it just like, ugh, it just makes my blood boil. And it's just like, and it's because of one decision that was made, without consultation. It's just like a hasty decision that was made, and here we are years later, and we're still dealing with it, costing us time, money, frustration, angst, and whatnot. And so from my own life, from my own experience, I can just ask that we all take a moment and be a little more circumspect so that we can exercise more wisdom as we make our choices. Because in the end, it's going to save us a lot of time, a lot of money, you know, and also choosing our actions and choosing our words, because also words can really hurt. They can speak life into something or they can destroy it. And I have seen it happen in my own life over the years. The power of the word is so important. How you speak to others, how you create a safe place for others. It's important. If you are raging and angry and uh, hasty in your decisions and unreasonable, it's not creating a safe place. We need warmth, we need acceptance, we need understanding, we need to have people who have a desire to understand us and to see where we're coming from and to lean in and to be willing to compromise. And so, again, our actions, our words are all important in helping to make this life not so complicated. We're going to go through different battles. We're going to have experiences that are challenging. But what we can't control some things that come up necessarily all the time. Well, we can't always control it, but we can control how we respond in those situations, the behaviors that we elicit, and the words that we use. So I just want to encourage all of you as I sit here and I look at decisions that I've made or others have made for me, are just things that have happened in the moment. Because I heard a message years ago and it says, one decision can stick with you for years in your life. Just being with the wrong person on the wrong day, could cost you years of your life. So, look at, not to be overly serious, but now that I've lived a little bit, I understand the ramifications of our actions. And so that's what I want to say to us today. Just think about it, because it's important and it is your life and we're in control of our life and we can make great decisions that send us down a good path. And there'll be some obstacles along the way and we can overcome those. We can handle it, but let's not complicate our lives and make it more difficult by not using the things that we've learned and applying them. It's important for me, like I've said, I think I've done a lot of work. I've done psychological reviews, and I've done I'm doing counseling weekly, and I intend to continue it. And listening to the Word of God and trying to get that in my spirit to build me up and help me to live a more productive and effective and victorious life. So now that I have all this, I need to make sure that I implement it, and that's where we are right now. And so I just want to encourage you, as I encourage myself, implement it. It's not just here for us to listen and critique. It's here for us to actually get it and get it into our souls, our minds, our wills, and emotions, and move forward with it. Not to be led by our emotions only, but to be led by wisdom, by knowledge that we are applying. And I guess that's what I'll encourage us all with today, so that we can have a life that is less complicated and less complex, less stressful. Let's manage the things that we can. Let's take care of those things, and hopefully, prayerfully, it will lead to a brighter day and less toxic outcomes. And that's all I had to say. This is a short, it's just real quick. That's just what was on my mind today. And I hope you guys are having a good week, and I'll see you on the next Lovin Sheila. Thanks.